And hello again, everyone. So after the disaster that was my last attempt at Let's Play, now I'm going to do something that should hopefully go smoother. Um, I just want to start by telling you my experience with this game. This is I remember one of the first Christmases I can remember. My brother got this game, and we played the heck out of it back in the day. I mean, it was kind of ridiculous. And it may be hard to tell now, but this looked pretty amazing back in the day on the Super Nintendo. It hasn't aged gracefully, mind you, but still, it's a really fun game. And it also has a really good soundtrack, so let's just get started, and we'll start a new save file today. Uh, One player, of course. It's very similar to like say a Mario platformer from back in the day. As you can see, the story is Donkey Kong's bananas were stolen by King K. Rool, and we have to get them back, and we have to kill a bunch of things to do that. Also, there's an extra life in this house here, so be sure to pick that up. It's simple things you always forget, I suppose. And that guy right there, his name is Diddy Kong. He's a little faster than DK, but he's not as powerful. But he's also a better jumper, if I can demo that. See? I mean, you could totally make that jump, Donkey Kong, but it's definitely easier for Diddy. No question about that. Also, with Donkey Kong, you can kill these guys. Their name escapes me at the moment. These letters I'm picking up, if I spell the word Kong, I'll get an extra life. And I'll talk more about those golden animals later. But for now, I'll leave it be. This is Rambi the Rhino, and when you're on him, you're pretty much invincible to enemies. They can't really hurt you around this guy unless in some specific situations. And in case you couldn't tell, that was a bonus room, and I'm not going to bother doing all the bonus rooms. I mean, there's no big reward or anything. It's just if you want 100% the game, that's how you do it. And it's not really until the second game that they really started giving you rewards for doing the bonus rooms. But we'll talk more about the next game later. Ooh, it's raining now. Captain Obvious is here and we're ready to go, obviously. Well, I think there might be a room you bust open with that, but I guess not. The first few levels are pretty basic, just, show you how to play the game. Nothing too big, but trust me, the game gets a little bit more difficult. Nothing on the level of I want to be the guy by any means, but it gets challenging, no question about it. Those armadillos are called armies, I believe, or something like that, and they're a lot harder to kill with Diddy because they actually take. Well, that was first death already. That's embarrassing. But with Diddy Kong, they take 2 hits to kill while they're rolling like that. That's why I prefer to stick with DK with these types of levels. And let's hopefully complete the level this time. But we all know my skill, so I'm sure you guys are just having a ball already. I don't know if it's a flaw in design, but it doesn't matter how many times you die in a level, you can keep collecting those icons. I don't really want to do one of those yet. Not that it's hard or anything. It's just I would rather get a few levels in before I bother doing one of those bonus levels. You see, when you collect 3 of one animal, you will play as that animal in a bonus room, and you can get extra lives. And I'll probably that'll be demoed before too long, I believe. There's a soundtrack. It's very, very good soundtrack in this game. The remix of this song in Donkey Kong Country Returns was pretty sweet, I'm not gonna lie. And now it's day, and did we even collect all the letters? I'm not sure. I'll let Hopefully I can get this Diddy. Also a tip, if you roll off a jump, you'll often cover a little more distance, and even like you can even cover gaps like that. Keep that in mind. Let me turn up the volume here. I don't know if you guys are hearing this or not, hearing the actual game much or not. Just to be safe. Now this guy's Cranky. Now Cranky is actually the original Donkey Kong, and we're actually playing as the theory is Donkey Kong Jr. from the later games. Why do I know that? I don't know. I just do. So who cares? He'll give you some little hints about levels, but for the most part, he's just there to be funny, I suppose. Also very abusive. I wouldn't want to be around this guy personally. Not at all. Let's see. I think this level will do it for today. The enemies in this game are, by and large, pretty basic. None of them does anything too crazy. You know, just your occasional, like, snake or whatever. And I'd say the claptraps, if you could call them tricky, are probably pretty painful to deal with at times. But other than that, the enemies aren't really the problem. Jumping and like platforming becomes the main issue later on. But if you're not, I'd say also these what are these guys called? Zingers. That's what they're called. They can also be a trouble as well. I'd say these guys and claptraps later on are probably your biggest threat. I would think, anyway. Ooh, that was totally intended right there. And even if you like don't complete a bonus stream, you still get credit for it, so it doesn't really matter if you finish it or not. Like I said, it wasn't until the second game that bonus streams really started to matter. Oh yes, so that's 2 Rambis. I think I got a Flamingo, and that was the Swordfish. His name is Ungard. The name of the ostrich actually escapes me at the moment. How are we doing on time so far? Let me check. If we're not doing too badly, I'll go ahead and do another level. Oh, 8 minutes? Yeah, I'll do another. You know what? I'll just go ahead and finish this world. Screw it. It won't take that long. Oh, yes. Now, the water levels in this game can get pretty tough later on, but the soundtrack at least sounds nice. I'm actually going to switch to Diddy for this level. Hopefully I won't lose him or anything. I just find that because he's smaller, it's easier to just get through certain parts of this. It doesn't look too hard now, but wait till you start having to deal with sharks and, of course, these octopi here. Actually, that's a single octopus, I believe, but later on, they'll throw multiple ones at you, and maneuverability becomes a real issue after a while. But you do get help, luckily, in the form of Ungard here. The biggest thing to keep in mind is that Ungard is your only way to defend yourself in the water world. Otherwise, you're just totally defenseless. I guess that makes sense. I guess I had to compensate for the fact that monkeys can breathe underwater in this game. Go figure. Now, hopefully, when lost him already? Yeah, I did. Well, no. You don't want to lose him, that's for sure, because he's your insurance policy in these levels. I apologize if the commentary is not very good yet, because it's different from Super Mario RPG, where things move a bit slower and you can talk a little more. In this game, you actually have to focus a little bit, but if it comes to it, I'll just post-commentate, I suppose. Like I did if I want to be the guy. There is no way I could talk and play that game at the same time. But for now, I'm just going to try this and see how it goes. Is there anything up there worth getting? Yep, a letter. Yeah, I'm going to try to collect all the letter tokens I can. Like I said, I'm not going to worry too much about bonus rooms. But the letters are one thing I'm actually sort of concerned about, just because you get extra lives, and there's a direct benefit for getting them most of the time. And we've already completed the level. Oh yes, now here's a fan favorite. So this guy's called Funky Kong, and he doesn't really mean much to us now, but later on we can come here and warp to other parts of the island on his barrel plane there. I don't see how that in the world that thing flies, but I don't suppose it matters now, does it? But we don't really need him right now, and we can't go anywhere anyway. But for now, we're going to Barrel Canyon. That's a tongue twister. Oh, by the way, a fun fact about Funky Kong is somehow he made it into the Mario Kart Wii. I don't know how he managed that, but I guess somewhere someone likes him, I suppose. Good for him, right? I think they could have put any character they wanted in there, but no, they put Funky Kong. Personally, I don't see why they couldn't put, like, you know, Link or somebody like that in there, but I guess that would be too awesome. Now, there's a way to get to that. Huh. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to go through here. Now, the real, as you can see, things are starting to get a little more tricky here. And believe me, it only gets trickier later on. They kind of ease you into it with the first few levels. But once you get to like World 3 or 4, things really do start to get a little more mean. Oh, and here's our first bonus level. Now the way these work is, I think for every 50 of these tokens you get an extra life. That's why I think it works. And if you know where to look, you can find multipliers somewhere in the level, so it'll multiply like however many you have by, I think it's like 2 or 3, depends on which one you get. Let's see if I can find it actually. This definitely isn't my favorite just because Rambi really isn't good for jumping, I gotta say. At least in my opinion. I didn't do very well there, but extra life's an extra life, I suppose. And it started me at the beginning of the level. How nice of the game, right? Oh wait, I think I know how to get to this. Oh. Yeah, but if you bounce off an enemy, you can get to that pretty easily. I kind of botched that up, but that's okay. And if you don't like it, well, you can watch somebody else. This is my channel, and I'll play it however I want. Thank you very much. So, you may think these barrels are going slow, and right now, yes, they are, but later on, there's entire levels devoted to just barrel shooting, and needless to say, it gets faster, and it gets a bit more difficult. I will say, at least in this game, I don't have to... That was lucky. I pushed that button way too soon there. Anyway, what I was going to say is, at least in this game, I don't have to worry about the inventory screen freezing on me, because, hey, there is no inventory. So, whatever. There we go. Oh, it was probably the other one, I guess, but I'm not going to worry about it. Like I said, the remix in Donkey Kong Country Returns was pretty freaking awesome. In fact, if you have a Wii and you don't have anything good to play on it, I would highly recommend that game. Oh, well, crap. That wasn't my fault. That was totally my microphone slipping. So, yeah, that wasn't my fault. Yep. Okay, fine, it was my fault, but you know what? Okay, now it's slipping again. Okay, let's try it this way. Sorry, folks. I don't know why I haven't had this problem until now. Alright, let's try to complete this level again and not botched up like before. Oh, another thing about Diddy, he can't really throw very well. He throws at a lower angle, and a lot of times like that, he'll hit the ground before it even goes anywhere. And I once again failed to discover that. How nice. Ooh, that was lucky. Actually, just give me 1 second. There. Hopefully it's better now. It's amazing. I've done several videos, actually more than several, and just now I'm having troubles with my mic slipping off my head. It's either getting bigger or smaller. I'm not really sure. By the way, that's what she said. Wow, the cheap jokes just keep on coming. Do 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 do. Oh, well, that was stupid, but it kind of worked out, right? Like I said, this does get more difficult later on, and judging my performance so far, it's only going to get worse. Oh, hopefully I can get this later. Nope, well, oh well. I might come back later for it. We'll just have to see. Sadly, I do kind of doubt it. Alright, now this character is called Candy, and it's probably the stupidest character in the game, but you can save here, so that's something, I guess, right? And we've already completed 8% of the game. Yeah. Okay, if you can't beat this boss, something's wrong with you. I mean, seriously, this guy is so easy. You might even say so easy, he's naughty. Ha 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 ha. Get it? Because his name is very naughty. Okay, fine. I'll stop with the stupid jokes. But we have collected our first big banana, and we've reclaimed a pretty good chunk of our hoard. Anyway, I think that's a very good point to stop today. So join me next time as we head into the Monkey Mines, where things do start to get more interesting. Until then, folks, until then.